the stars align. Kelly Coffee takes you on a ride divine. In her thought bubble we soar through the night, exploring the universe, our vision takes flight. The symphony of galaxies fills the air. Come with me, let's ride on the cosmic breeze. With Kelly Coffee we'll journey through galaxies.
Been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling, I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going live. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.
Hey guys, it's me, Kelly. Oh, I fixed it. Like in 2 seconds, I fixed it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think I am here. Can you guys let me know if you can hear me? I've got some exciting information for you today about plasma. Let me find my plasma pictures. Hey, are you guys hydrated? Make sure you hydrate, because we're going to go through a lot of information today. Hopefully I'm going to show you some pictures that you're like, oh, everything makes sense now. Doing some water. I'm also heating up some water. So get comfy and go get something to snack on if you like. You guys, I've added a service. I've got Quicksilver. Go check out thegodbubble.com. And all these symbols that I've been showing you are going to make sense. When you go to my website, it's going to look a whole lot better now. So I've got the gold standard. It's a session. It's really affordable. I think you're going to love it. Go check it out. Now let's get to plasma. What do you guys know about plasma? What do you know about plasma? This is, I cannot believe I got AI to do this for me. Let's see if I've got, no, I've got the frame around it. So sorry about that. I was just going to have a frame around it. Let me see if I can find it on the first page. This is what I call the plasma state. What you see down below is what we call Earth, the known world, wherever you feel like we're living. Think of all of the stars up there in the plasma field. And in that plasma field, all of these stars are toroidal fields that create consciousness, bubbles. And from those bubbles, this is created. And I've got two versions. I've got this one. Let me see if I can find, see if it's over here, you guys. Does she love these? These pictures are helping me so much to explain things to you. There we go. This is a little bit better. This is a plasma disc. And I could not get AI to put that body into the plasma disc. So nothing comes out of the plasma disc. I did the best I could, you guys. AI just did what it did. But this is the plasma disc that we have rotating above us. This is the good news. This is the good news. Check it out. Look at all those stars. Every single one of those stars is a toroidal field. Every single one of them is a toroidal field. There we go. So from these stars, you have things that are created in this plasma field. And when they're created, you've got a projection that is made. And the projection, well, you can see the direction of the projection. Every single star that's up there, even that guy that I couldn't get his head down in the plasma field, his head's not supposed to be sticking up over the top. But you can see that it's creating this large being that is made up of all of these stars that's having all kinds of experiences down below. So every one of these beams, every one of these toroidal fields that produce consciousness bubbles. You guys, this is like a really sophisticated record player. A really sophisticated record player that is creating the earth down below. Now, where do most of us think that we are? I mean, I don't want to speak for you. I'm probably just talking about myself today. Where do most of us think that we are? In an avatar on planet Earth. And you can see it's a projection. Good news day. I promised you good news day. So from this plasma disk, here's another way of looking at it. Codes, if you want to think of The Matrix or Lucy, movies like that, you will see a code that's coming down from above. When I remote view, don't believe anything I say, go do your own research. But when I remote view, I'm seeing we're living in a type of a simulation, and this looks like how it's being created. I'm just really excited that I'm able to show this to you guys. So here is kind of another look at it. Think of the disk being a whole lot bigger than it is. This is how reality looks in the plasma field. So the plasma state that I talked to you guys about, this plasma state, hold on, let me check. You guys, am I broadcasting? Let me double check and make sure I'm actually broadcasting. It looks like I am. It looks like I'm like on stage. Let me pour myself some hot water while I'm trying to figure out if I'm live or not. Is this a topic you guys are even interested in, plasma? Because this is really exciting. We're in the plasma right now. We're in the plasma, in this plasma field, where we can do anything. We could do anything. In this plasma state. So when you start to get in the plasma state, and we're going to get into plasma in a minute, when we get into this plasma state, this is kind of what it looks like. The trees in the background. You may see streaks like this if you've let go of enough. You don't see streaks. You just see plasma. You just see you're surrounded by plasma. And this is your position from one of the stars in this plasma disk. So exciting. Now let's take a look at plasma. What is plasma? What is plasma? I've got some cool pics. There we go. So when we look at this, I did a lot of research. What is on the internet? What is speculation? What's actually written down? Are there any patents? What's going on with the plasma? It's the fourth state of matter. It's field driven, not object driven. You guys, it's a field. It's a field. And the God bubble method works in amazing ways in this field. Okay, back to Google. Lab plasmoids that detach and persist, peer-reviewed work on plasma affecting radar, and Lockheed patents that explicitly describe plasma jets and plasma propulsion architectures. So we're going to look at measured reality or labs, papers, patents. We're going to look at those. The engineering of it, speculation, Lockheed, Orbs, which I'm going to keep as speculation, you guys, because I've got some pictures of things that, hold on, let me take a sip of my taste of beverage. I showed them at the beginning. Let me show you. There we go. Okay. I got so excited about putting fancy borders around everything. It's like, what happened to Kelly? Oh, I don't know. Oh, here we go. You guys ready for these? I lived, don't believe anything I say, go do your own research. I lived roughly a mile away from Lockheed Martin in a certain place. And I saw ospreys all the time. I saw a lot of ospreys come out of that facility. So all day long, sometimes every 20 minutes, you would see one of these ospreys tested. They would go up into the air and they'd come right back down. They wouldn't fly anywhere. They wouldn't go anywhere. They would just go up and go back down. Well, living there 20 years beside this Lockheed Martin that I made look like it was in the mountains. You guys, all my pictures, because I want to be like really vague about locations and everything, they're all going to be in the mountains. So just assume there's going to be a mountain behind everything I put out. So I saw ospreys all day. Tested. Now, I came out in the middle of the night, you guys. In the middle of the night. There were 3 occasions that I saw these come out of Lockheed Martin in the middle of the night. It was not this glowy. AI made it, really spectacular so you could see it. But it was not this bright. But you could tell that there was some type of... It looked like it was made of plasma and that it could shapeshift. That it was a disc. But it could take on any form. Almost like a liquid metal is how it appeared. Like plasma that is appearing as liquid metal. So over a 20-year period, on 3 different occasions, I saw these tested. I mean, three different ones. I guess 3 different ones that were shaped exactly like this. It looked like a type of plasma that created a liquid metal mirror type outside. Now it went up into the air. It made no sound. The 3 times, again, in the middle of the night in 20 years, from my backyard. I could see all this stuff from my backyard. You guys, so I'd sit in my backyard and watch this. I could see it from my front yard as well. So this is the stuff that I saw during the 20-year period that I lived next to Lockheed Martin. Now, I made AI over exaggerate everything so that you guys wouldn't think that I'm trying to use an AI picture to make it look like I actually photographed this. I don't want to give that impression at all. So I made AI make it cinematic, like movie level. But there were orbs that were tested. They would come up. Again, they would just go straight up and then come back down. They would go straight up and come back down. So these are the 3 things. The Osprey, I saw daily, every day, day after day. Just all day long testing these things. This I saw 3 times, 3 different occasions at night. Once. I saw it once and it was only 1. I had AI make this really cinematic. Again, I don't want you to mistake these for real pictures, so that's why I styled them this way. And I put mountains behind everyone so you wouldn't know where the location was. So when you're looking at, plasma spheres, orbs, we're going to do a deep dive into plasma, get some definitions, and see what you guys think. Because it's more than plasma. It's more than plasma. Now, I had a friend report to me that they saw 3 albino pterodactyls, or whatever they're called. I think there's a different name for it. It's not actually a pterodactyl. But these were regular size. Let's say 25, 35-foot wingspan. Almost like a mom, dad, baby is what they were reporting. But they were albinos. And they said they came out of JPL. And when I was in Breckenridge, this is what I would call Buffalo Mountain. This pterodactyl had at least a 100-foot wingspan when I saw it. Now, we're going to do a deep dive into plasma, you guys, because we're in plasma right now. There's a lot going on our planet that I've seen. I was in class when this happened. So it came out, it shot up into the air about 1 or 2 miles. Up into the air, straight up. And then it would dive back down. And it went up again, then it dove back down. It did it, I don't know, 6, 7 times maybe. And then I guess it was alerted. Then when it came back down, it flew along the tree line. Right there where you've got trees ending. And it becomes the Rocky Mountains, above approximately 12,000 feet or so. Nothing grows. So you've got trees, and then you've got rocky tops, simply because that's how high those mountains are, and nothing will grow. So this pterodactyl with over 100-foot wingspan, because it flew past like that lodge that it's showing in these AI pictures that I created. So you have these lodges that it flew past. So when I was looking at it, I could tell how big it was because it flew past the lodge, or the 3 lodges in a row. And then it continued flying like it was trying to escape something. And then here came the F-16s. I don't even know how many there were. Possibly 6 or 7. And they started chasing it. I saw this. I was in class, you guys. I was in a 30-day manifestation challenge. And we were in one of the classes, like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. This is crazy. And so the F-16s, the pterodactyl's flying the wrong way. The F-16s followed it. And it was going, my best guess, 200-300 miles an hour. It was going really fast. So they chased it, and that's the last I saw is these F-16s were chasing it. And that was it. I know, right? Hey, hi, Jennifer. Hi, is this fascinating? Holy crap. Holy crap. Yeah, living next to Lockheed Martin for 20 years. In the area for 30 years. You know, so I would drive past it occasionally before I lived next to it. I would see the ospreys all the time. But it wasn't until I lived there on 3 separate occasions I saw something like this go up without sound and go back down, testing it. Just like the orb. The orb, one time I saw it, it was one orb. And it went up and it came back down. That was it. Again, a friend saw, and I created this with AI. And I sensationalized it so you wouldn't think I was, trying to trick you. This is a real picture of what happened. I saw 3, 2 on one occasion and 1 on another occasion. Thunderbirds in Texas. I should probably do a picture of that as well. So albino, regular size pterodactyl, 25, 35 foot wingspan or so. Not the one I saw in Breckenridge, over 100 feet, that came out of Buffalo Mountain. Now, at the time, I was like, what is going on? So I called my friend, Psychic Bob, and I was like, I can't see anything. Can you remote view for me? And I didn't tell him any information. I said, I don't want to give you any information about anything. And he was not in my class that saw it. And I said, please remote view this and tell me what you see. And he saw a laboratory that was very similar to, what was that movie? Like Jurassic Park. Like that kind of stuff going on. In the mountain. With these mountains are, a bunch of them are hollow. And this mountain, it's exaggerated for the picture, but I saw in videotaped and put on TikTok. I think I took them all down because I wanted to kind of like clean everything up. But there, it was just military airplane after military airplane. Some had 4 engines, 2 on each wing. Some had like 3 on each wing, like 6 engines. These huge military craft. It just military craft of all different size, but the big jumbo ones. And they would fly towards the mountain, and I would see them. It was 8.3 miles away. I looked on Google, and I was up on top of a mountain, and I could see. And they wouldn't go above it. They wouldn't go around it. I could see them clearly from on top of the mountain, and I videotaped them. And they would be flying straight towards the mountain and then just disappear. Then I just wouldn't see them anymore. Again, I watched to see, did you go above? Did you go over? Did you go around? Did you turn left? Did you turn right? And every single one of them flew towards the mountain. Yeah, crazy. Hold on, let me make sure this is... Nope, no emergencies. So let's look into plasma. Are you guys here for the plasma? So yeah, I'm here for the plasma. So plasmoids, ball plasma, lab reality. Orbs have a scientific category. The core definition, the detach idea, a UIUC McCall ecosystem. Many of the hold on. Oh, we have pop-ups. Many of the observables pertaining to ball lightning are also seen in ball plasmoid discharges, a roughly spherical luminous object composed of charged species. Let's see, last orders of magnitude longer than what current models predict, approximately 20 centimeters in diameter, lasts approximately 400 ms. I have no idea what that is. So basically, they make glowing spherical plasmoids in the lab, and they persist for hundreds of milliseconds. The reason it matters, because let's see, recombination at ambient condition is often milliseconds, yet these ball plasmoids persist longer, so stability is the mystery. So this is not a UFO claim. This is a lab saying spherical plasma structures exist, can be produced, and have unexpected lifetimes. How about that? How about that? Is that what you came for? Is that what you came for? So it grows, separates, persists without power. This is in a laboratory, you guys. This is not even the plasma state, which by letting go and allowing, you're in the plasma state automatically. Because plasma, it creates this reality. So this paper, let's see, peer-reviewed spectroscopy paper. Oh my God. Let's see. Supporting an orb-adjacent quote. There we go. The paper directly describes the orb-like behavior, growth, detachment, brief, independent persistence. They're not guessing. They're measuring emitted light in infrared to infer what's in the plasmoid. Holy crap. So a Science Direct abstract from, let's see, direct lines. This is huge for credibility. They aren't just filming a glow. They sampled the interior composition. And it supports the idea that these objects have structured chemistry. Ionization, not just light and fog. If you want to understand a plasmoid, you ask what molecules, what radicals, what ions, what temperature regimes. This is how real science approaches orbs. So we've got a backbone, even if you don't understand any of that. We've got a backbone for this from tons of sources. Electrical properties in reversed polarity. MDPI plasma 2020. Talk about ball plasmoid discharges. Generated by a moderate current pulse. You guys, it confirms the detached 100 millisecond behavior and focuses on electrical characterization. If you can flip polarity and still get a plasmoid, you're learning what's fundamental versus incidental. Oh my gosh. Microwave fireballs, plasmoids ejected from silicone. What? Holy crap. Still in the plasmoid category. Fireballs. Direct, obtaining by directing localized microwave power. Holy crap. This is not the same as a water electrolyte ball plasmoid. It's a microwave-driven plasmoid that emerges from a hot spot on a substrate. This proves plasmoid is not one thing. Different energy inputs can produce different plasmoid-like objects. So again, we're not even getting into the plasma state. This is just science. We're just looking at science. Isn't that cool? So you've got radar cross-section reduction. and why the military cares. 2026 modeling paper estimating RCS reduction. What is this in real people language? Plasma can be an electromagnetic medium. You guys, salt water, the best non-ferrous conductor of electricity. Here we got plasma, the best electromagnetic medium. If you control it, you potentially control how sensors see you. In other words, you're manipulating reality, because reality comes from plasma. This is so exciting. Let me see if I have a better picture of these. I think I've got it over here. Thank you for your patience. Try to find my pictures while we're looking at plasma. Does this interest you guys, plasma, at all? Or if it's like, no, Kelly, I just want to let go of everything. Leave me alone. I just want to let go of everything. So we've got plasma spheres being created in a laboratory. In plasma physics, the cutoff idea is that waves behave very differently depending on plasma frequency regimes. That's why plasma stealth discussions obsess over frequency matching. You guys, when I remote view, what we're calling air, the air around us, is plasma. Everything is plasma. Everything is plasma. That's why you manifest. That's how you manifest. So let's look at Lockheed patents. Lockheed Martin patents. What kind of patents are going on there? So let's see if we can figure this out in plain English. USPTO kind of stuff. Do you want the numbers? US 7509795B2 systems and methods for plasma propulsion. This patent is an architecture for accelerating ionized air or another working fluid using electric fields to produce a directed plasma flow. If you accelerate ions, though, one way to lose electrons, the system can charge up. The solution: use magnetic fields to manage electrons and reinsert them downstream. This is what Lockheed Martin's doing. This is not anti-gravity. It's electromagnetic acceleration of ionized fluid. We're dealing with plasma. Playing around with plasma in the third dimension. You guys, this is what creates reality. So, methods. You can look this up. I think I've got it in the description, you guys. So we've got plasma jet systems, plasma generators, electromagnetic accelerators, a controller that can modulate the frequency of electric fields, plasma vortex flow, a magnetic field normal to the direction to mitigate electrons reinserted to maintain charge neutrality. You guys, it's a thing right now. So we've got lots of details about jet propulsion with plasma. So European patent mirrors. Patent families appearing in multiple jurisdictions supports that this wasn't a one-off filing. It was treated like real protectable IP. Lockheed Compact Fusion. Small enough to fit on a truck. Power up to 100,000 people. From earlier poll, let's see. It's okay. These are just excerpts. Again, I think there's a lot of in the comments. There's lots of links for you guys. Lockheed's public fusion messaging is magnetic confinement of plasma at high beta to shrink reactor size. Holy crap. This is why Lockheed shows up in plasma speculation culture, because they publicly plant a flag in advanced plasma confinement. I'm not even to the stuff we're going to be talking about. Crap. What do you guys think? Oh. So what do you think about all this plasma? And why you're seeing a lot of plasma, vehicles, orbs? How much of it is natural? How much of it is technology? How much of it is we're in the middle of a reset and we're finding ourselves in plasma? So if we're finding our awareness in plasma, don't you think in this world that we're creating, we're going to create a lot of plasma stuff going on? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Look at the bottom. I think I had a list at the bottom. There we go. So over and over and over, we're seeing these patents, the plasmoids, updated USPTO, roughly spherical luminous object, 20 centimeters and bigger, grow separate, last without an external power source. So is that showing us, again, that we're in plasma, creating something? Since all of these things are happening with the plasma. I don't know, ask you for a friend. Ionized fluid is accelerated by an electric field. Holy crap. I talk to you guys about this all the time, about creating toroidal fields. Think of all the toroidal fields that are created. Every toroidal field is a portal. So we got plasma vortex flow. Again, we got a toroidal field that's spinning and turning. A plasma vortex. Oh, you guys. Wow, what do you think? So this plasma that we see all over the place. Are you guys scared? Are you scared? I'm not scared, Kelly. I'm not scared. I'm all right. Have you guys seen any plasma? When I was in Florida, I saw what looked like a multicolored sphere come down, like straight down from above, goes straight down. I went to the internet. I can't remember if it was Facebook or, because it was a while back. It was probably 5 years ago. And my best guess as to where it came down, and I went and looked on a map. And then I checked the social medias, and local people were reporting it. And we were all describing it the same way. So I've seen a type of a sphere come down up from the sky. I don't think any of these spheres match it, but it was, I'd say, kind of like this, only instead of just like an orange and a little, darker purple or so, it was all the colors. And see how these look like they have kind of a rough looking texture? It's not rough. But each little small section of this rough texture, if you will, is a different color. So that's what I saw. I couldn't even guess at size because it was in the sky. And it was, I was trying to think if it was like 2 or 3 miles away from me, from where it looked like it landed. And then again, I went on the map because it's like, that makes sense as to where it landed. Florida, everything's relatively flat, so you gotta guess. Have you had any encounters with this plasma? Have you had any encounters with these craft? I was just looking for plasma. This craft did not feel like a physical object, like physical metal, whether it's, alien metal or three-dimensional metal. It did not feel like that was what it was made of. It looked like a shape-shifting plasma type vehicle that I don't know if people were in the inside or not. I don't know. But this is how I see. This is much better. This picture than the one that's wide. Sorry, you guys, it's so small. Let me see if I can find. I can't remember where I put it. Is it sine waves? Hold on, you guys. It's going to take me a minute to find. Oh, here it is. Now, when we're looking at this plasma disk, see this area right here with the stars in it? This is the plasma disk that I had AI create with the stars and the nervous system of a large being. This area with the stars in it is what I produced. That's what I've been showing you. I've been showing this to you over and over and over again, but I didn't know how to explain it any better. Like when we look up, here's the stars and the nebulas and so forth. And you might feel like if you think you're the avatar and you're looking up at the stars, you go, I feel like I am that star. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like I am that star. Because these stars are in a plasma field with all the stuff I just talked about. Oh my gosh, this electrified field. Electricity is put into this plasma field that I've been showing you guys for a while. Check it out. You can look up into this plasma field. This is a type of a belief system or certain religion that shows our existence as almost like a wind-up game. Like you would wind this up. And it's like a watch. You would wind it up and it rotates. So this disc up top rotates and it creates that which is down below. Okay, let's go back to the pictures. Let me show you these again one more time. And is that, nope, sorry. Wrong place. There we go. Now you see the field with the stars and how it's shaped like a disc and nothing outside of it. So let's get a good look at that. Then we'll go back to the pictures. So you see the place. You see the place where this is contained. So let's go back to, I think it's this one. Yes. That disc with the stars, I had AI create a disc with stars and nebulas and all kinds of stuff and creating the nervous system for a larger being that I couldn't get AI to get his head below the surface of the plasma field. So that's the only part that's not accurate, you guys. Like the body that's being created in that field. You've got tons of bodies all over the place. I just made it big enough where you guys could see it. And AI stuck its head out like it's taking a bath in the bathtub. So that's not quite how it works. Everything is inside that plasma field. I'm so sorry it ended up being that way. I tried everything I could to get it to produce without his head sticking up, and it wouldn't do it. So there's my latest argument with AI over how to create a plasma disc. It's like everything is in the plasma disc. Nothing can get out of the plasma disc because it doesn't exist anywhere but in the plasma disc, where this electric field is, excited. Electricity goes into it and starts to create all the stuff in these bodies. So if you look at the position where we are in this plasma field, we're in, but let's pretend like that guy or woman or whatever's lying down and is in the plasma field. behind the belly button and slightly over to one side. I have no idea why it's right there. But behind the belly button, kind of in the middle of the stomach area and slightly off center, that's where we find ourselves in this thing that we're doing. So all of these stars project downward. In this picture, we'll say down in this picture. All of the stars project downward. And this is like a very, very sophisticated record. In a very sophisticated record player that I just showed you, the mechanics of the record player, that's turning this disc. See, this is turning. This disc is spinning, and while it's spinning, like a record spins, so kind of a reverse concept, but think about a record and a needle on a record. Every one of these stars, every one of these points is creating a character. Like, let's say one of those creates your avatar. One of those creates your avatar. Now, let me get to some better pictures. I might not be in the right place. Thank you for your patience. There we go. So this disc in the sky keeps on spinning. The disc obviously is bigger than this picture. But to get a 9x16, this is kind of how AI worked it out. But it has all the concepts in there. Everything, these bodies, the trees, the houses in the back, the sky, the mountains, the pathway, whatever she's walking on. Oh, is it grass? Is it stone? Who knows? Because it's all a projection in, I guess, what you'd think of as a thin plasma. Told you it's good news day. It's good news day. Good news day. So this disc above that continues to spin, the concept of a record player. But a record, you only hear the music, right? You don't see anything unless you go to that place called imagination. You don't smell anything unless you go sniff the record. Good luck with that. You take don't lick the record. Okay, now we're getting to a weird place. So it's only like hearing. I mean, you could touch the record. Yeah. Do you know the record? So we're a little bit limited in our experience with a record and a record player with one needle. We've got, the disc. You've got a movie on a disc player. But younger people might not know what I'm talking about. It's a spinning thing that it's like a flat donut. It spins and a movie comes out of it. So kind of similar, only this is freaking plasma. This isn't plastic. This is plasma, and it's a disc. Not even flat like a disc with a movie in it. on it. Isn't that cool? So it's more sophisticated than playing a movie. Because you're playing a movie, you can hear it, you can see it. But you're not even seeing the movie, are you? You're seeing pixels turn on and off. This is so exciting, you guys. I'm so excited that I get these pictures to show you how this is created. Because I talk about it all the time, and I'm like, gosh, am I describing it well? So this plasma disc that keeps turning, it's like the record is turning. And every pinpoint down below, continuously, as it turns, creates the experience that we're having. All these experiences together. It's Good News Day, Jennifer. I know you love Good News Day, Jennifer. I know you do. So it's Good News Day. Because I said so. That's why. Again, I couldn't get AI to pop his head down. Or her. Or it. Its head down. Oh, that almost looks... Oh, dear. Hold on. Let's move on. Oh, dear. I'm seeing something I didn't see. But just pretend like we're not seeing that. Okay. If your children walk in the room, they're just going to go, oh, look, tricks of light. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Anyway. So when you look at it like these plasma star is a projector. You got to check this out. Check this out. Now, I started out, this is how we started out. Well, not this picture. Hold on. This is like after we got this. You guys, this is what we're looking at. You got the God bubble. You got a plasma field that creates like the bubble. You got toroidal fields on the surface. Time is created now. So the toroidal field, you've got the plasma bubbles that come out. I've illustrated all of that. It continues to rotate and also turn. It's like a vortex that continues to go from the top to the bottom. And the black hole is on the bottom. And then we've got this eyeball. We've got through all of the structure, you guys. And then the eyeball is a toroidal field looking into a fractal, or a fraction of a sphere. And then we've got these awareness. We've got the awareness grid. That's a square or cubes. And then we've got that broken off piece of awareness. And then all the feelings and the emotions around the outside. And then you've got an avatar being projected from a star in the sky, bottom right, which it appears to be about 18 inches above someone's head. When I remote view someone, like they came in a session, I've worked with over 17,000 people, and they come in a session with me and I look at them, some of them I can see like a star above their head about 18 inches to 2 feet above their heads. And that's what's projecting their body. But if they think they're the avatar, they're going to look up in the sky up there and go, I think I'm that star up there. The star doesn't even exist. The star is a projection as well. Oh my gosh. And then most of us find ourselves in the avatar on the way bottom right and doing third eye exercises and so forth. And the third eye is just moving that star that's projecting the avatar into the idea of a body. So now you think you are the body and you're trapped in it. Is this exciting? I just think this is the most exciting shit ever. I mean, this is good shit, you guys. Good fucking shit. And if you ever want to just pop in with me, Quicksilver. You guys, I made this affordable so that you can work with me multiple times. So I've got Quicksilver, and I just added Gold Standard. Go check it out. Go say any questions, Kelly at kellycoffee.com. Ask me any questions. I've got remote viewing, money manifestation workshops, energy readings. You guys, I get cool ass merchandise. You go check it out. Hey, Ken, good morning. We are so into plasma today. It's all about plasma. All about plasma. So is that making sense? I hope it's making sense how this reality is put together. How this reality is put together. Because when we look at the third eye, this represents the third eye, even if there's one. It's the Cyclops third eye. Because I said so, that's why. So this idea of a third eye is when we think we are the avatar. And that star, we think, is in our head, in our forehead. So again, a matrix type look at things. This might make sense to some of you, or the light might not make sense. Those of you that work with computers and gaming and so forth, think of what is coming down, projecting pure white light consciousness. We've got awareness in there. Plus, we've got feelings and emotions. And those feelings and emotions dictate what is created. So some of you might relate to this picture where we've got some green going on. Code, matrixy type code. Does that make more sense? So when we look at what is really going on, what is actually going on? So we've got this sphere, we've got this disc, and the disc has an idea placed on it. the disc is not fractured at all. There's an idea of fracturing from the center going out to the edge in all directions. It looks like it's flat, but think of that as a sphere. Now, I drew it simply so you could get the concept and the idea, but think of these going out to the edge everywhere, all the way around. So what these are, and some of these angels kind of got out of the bounds when this is being done. Yeah, I didn't completely follow the rules, but you can look at this as different angles, different angels, different characters that you play in each of these angles. Think of see all the stars and everything in each of those angles, angels, where these angels are ruling over, if you will, this angle, or having this angle type experience. Here's another way of looking at it that might make sense. Think of it like this. Everybody's having a different experience, and you can see it like frequency wise, I guess. Artistic frequency. It's like if I were choosing, there's one of those, I would definitely not choose one of those angles. So in this, what do we find? We find matrix kingdoms, lots of matrix kingdoms of hierarchy. I'm above you. You're below me. And in these matrix kingdoms, there's a lot of astral projecting going on, what's called remote viewing, but it's just looking in the matrix. Remote viewing. Does this make sense? Do you guys have any questions? Oh, hi. Hi, Super Cherry. Cheryl. Oh my God. Cheryl. What are you guys doing this morning? Is this making sense? So then when you take something like this concept, this idea, you fracture it. You're looking at this. So when you've got that toroidal field, that eye looking into this, your world is being created in a matrix kind of way with lots of layers and levels that are called dimensions. So we function in this trying to, let me go to the highest dimension, and I bet there's a hole on the top and I can escape out of the top. When you, if you exist at all, are in the position of the light on the top, looking into the matrix. I don't think I've got this one picture I want to show you. I'm not sure where I have it. Let me see if I can find it. I think I deleted it. Crap. Let me take a quick peek. And it would be really nice if I could show it to you. It's the one that had the God bubble, and on the top it was an eyeball. And I can't remember where I parked it, if I parked it anywhere. And I don't know where I have room. Let me see if I can do it here. You guys, I don't remember where I put it. I think it's here. Let me see if I can find it. If I can, this really explains a lot. Let's do, this is perfect. And thank you for your patience. I'm trying to show this to you, and I can't find it. No! Oh, what is that? That's cool. Nope. Oh, good grief. I can't remember where I parked it, you guys. Okay, this looks very familiar to when I was doing this. Arg! Well, it might not happen today. So you guys, it just, it may not happen. Oh, I found it. I found it. Okay. And I found some other stuff that's kind of cool that I've got in my other videos. Oh, here's another one. Okay, we got this. Let me open all these and see if I've got room. I cleaned this out a while ago. I did a lot of purging, so I should have enough room in here. I do. I might not have these in the right order, but okay. So we've got the idea of like an eyeball, plasma. We got a plasma bubble going on. Looking into the matrix. Does it make a little more sense now? So you've got this plasma type idea that's turned into an eyeball. You're having an experience on the iris. And you're floating out in space. Like, I'm bored. What's this? Let me go to the show. I want to watch the show. So while you're here, all kinds of crazy stuff is going on. Like you're creating souls, spheres with these experiences in them. These light sticks and emotions around them. And they're spheres. That looks like a lipstick container, you guys. So you've got a light stick in your a bubble or your soul, I guess. You got emotions. You got a lot of other stuff in there. This one, I only wanted to show you the emotions, not the other things that are in there. What's that? Oh, look, one emotion and it's red. That must be my ex. Oh, look, more emotions. So we've got a connection. We're connected in a grid system. We're connected in this grid system. And we think we're living individual experiences. That's what it feels like to us. And this is all part of a much larger system. See, these souls are toroidal fields. And you can see it's an industry being harvested, if you will. And these are a commodity. Every lifetime that you live, it adds an experience to these. And they're bought and sold. And anytime that you see on another person, if you can see with your eyes or in your mind, that mind's eye, that place called imagination, remote viewing, you can see beams of light. Like when people pray, the beams of light will come from their head and go up into the sky at a 45-degree angle. Now, when the beam goes straight up, you're connecting to what I might call yourself. You might be connecting to yourself, your avatar, and a higher thing above, like, hold on. Almost there. Oops. Almost there. Almost there. There. So you see anything that connects you to the projector of your reality, and your avatar is going to be from straight above going down. So I will see these beams on people that are from the side from a 45-degree angle. So guess what? Those are ones that are posers. Oh, yeah, I'm the one you've been praying to. So these prayers don't go, and it's asking. So you're asking something in the reality that's being created. So those are diverted when you go up, is at a 45-degree angle. I hope this is helpful, you guys. And again, you can see, although it's in the matrix and although it's not even real and it's all a simulation, your connection to the projector of the simulation, this avatar, straight up. Anytime that I see someone bowing their head, nothing goes straight up. It always goes at a 45-degree angle, like someone on their knees or bowing their head, or, looking down when they're trying to connect and asking. And some of the ones that are pushing and pulling, they'll connect to straight above their head. But then you let go, and then you just see the connection from above. When you let go, that's the difference. That's the difference. The pyramid of the eye above. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was saying when you wrote that. Does it make sense? These beams. Where was I? I think it was over here in the emotions. So again, moving upward, looking upward. This is the matrix, and it is a projector, a toroidal field inside of a plasma disk. But it does come from straight up. So you've got a God bubble. The natural creation is from a God bubble, you just create another God bubble. Or lots of God bubbles. Every sphere of plasma that you see is a copy of the God bubble. It's Good News Day, right? Every single one you see is a copy of the God bubble. Now, an AI imitation is just fractaled from the center. You can see that it goes out in all these different directions. Angles, angels that we were looking at a while ago. And here's another way of looking at the fractals, very similar to the picture that we saw earlier. So do you feel like you've got a good grasp on plasma? Are you more confused about plasma than when you came? Is this starting to open up ideas for you about plasma? Because plasma, I didn't get to it. They were describing all the different types of ways that this plasma expresses itself. And one of them is bubbles. I can't freaking find it. I was like, oh crap. I can't find it. Yeah. I apologize, you guys. I didn't do a copy and paste on that. I can't find it. But when it was talking about the way that it did display, go back. Bubbles. Plasma bubbles. Plasma bubbles. So when these plasma bubbles come together at capacity, it's not perfect because I'll see one with 7 sides. But at capacity, we're looking at 6 sides when these bubbles touch. And where they touch, it's one membrane, one thickness, and it's flat. Flat like a screen. So we're in a bubble. But because we're having this experience with other people, in the bubble, you've got these flat screens all over the place. So you look to the right, just as an example, look over to the right to like your friend's house. And that's a flat hexagon screen. It's a flat screen. And you look to the left at your neighbor, maybe the one that you don't like, not your friend, but you're still looking at a hexagonal screen. See how things, how bubbles just naturally come together in the 3rd dimension. So it shows you how this naturally forms itself. this reality. Good morning. Does this mean that our souls are made of that same plasma, or I guess the entire simulation? Yeah, plasma everywhere. Good news day. Good news day. So it looks like the soul is like a sphere, like a bubble created in a field of plasma. So you are always in that bubble. You're always in that toroidal field doing your thing, and you never move. You never move. It's like, but Kelly, you don't understand. I went to Europe. Like, I flew to Europe. It took a long damn time. It was a 21-hour flight, or 18, something like that. I had 13 cups of coffee. I remember that flight. I will never forget it. But the cool thing is, you're creating all of this from a plasma field, and you never move through feelings and emotions that activate the field around you. Now you're in a plasma field that can create your avatar, everybody else's avatar, nebulas, dragons, boxwoods that smell like cat pee. Like, all of this stuff is created from the plasma. Nothing ever moves. These are like pixels. You come together if you want to have an experience with others, or in a bubble, and your bubbles touch. Let's not speak of that on YouTube. Shh. Her bubbles touch. Make these flat screens and in between, and then we have these experiences. Now, it's sophisticated. It's not just like you're watching a movie. It's like you're actually shaking their hand, or you guys are just, oh, hi, in a greeting, kind of a hug to greet each other. And it feels like it's actually happening. It does. But you never leave your bubble. You never even move. This is an experience just like a video game. A video game happens all on one screen, and your video game is created one room at a time. No, Kelly, you don't understand. There's 100 rooms in the video game. Well, but you're only seeing one at a time. So are there really 100 rooms, or just the idea of 100 rooms? And that's how our reality is created. Makes me think of those movie actors who run in place on a 360 treadmill. I love it. And their environment animated around them. I have seen that one time. I didn't know that's what they were doing. I just saw it in passing. But that makes sense. I've seen that. Yes. The cool thing is that conceptually, you never go anywhere. But those actors are still running and their legs are moving. In your bubble, your legs aren't even moving. You don't even have a body. It's just electric currents in a plasma field, creating an experience based on feelings and emotions. I told you it was good news day. I told you it was good news day. Are you excited that I talked about plasma? Is this anything that you expected? Please share this with people if you got some dorks or geeks or nerds, for friends, which they'll know a lot more about plasma than we talked about. But this plasma state, you guys, this plasma state, what we're doing in this plasma state, and I've got a workshop. I've got the plasma state and the sparkling star. The sparkling star is the star up there in the plasma field. Those are the two workshops that I've got. They're very affordable. So what we're doing in the plasma is we're letting go of the avatar that we think exists on the earth that's also being created from the spinning plasma disk. It's all being projected. So what we're doing is we're not pushing and pulling or climbing our way up. We're letting go of this reality that we created, and then we're finding ourselves in the plasma field. That's the plasma workshop. The plasma state, which is a state of being. So you're just in a state of being, and that's it. So you find yourself in the plasma, not in the drama that you project. Now, the second workshop then is the sparkling star. What is that? Well, we let go of the plasma field. We let go and stop creating stuff because we're not in feelings and emotions anymore. We let go of that. Let go of the idea of the soul, feelings, and emotions. We haven't turned them off. We let go that they exist. And when we do that, we find ourselves in that toroidal field, in a oh my gosh, in a portal, in a toroidal field, in this plasma field, you find yourself there, not having to create anything. That's where you find your awareness. Does that make sense? The plasma state, you guys, and what I call sparkling star, whether you call it that or not, it looks like it sparkles. See, from planet Earth, if you think you are the actors on the screen down below and you look up, look at what you're looking at. The guy's butt, he's sitting in the plasma bathtub up there. Sorry about that. AI was not supposed to have his head above the plasma field because nothing exists outside of that plasma field. Before I leave you guys, thanks for hanging out, talking about dorky, geeky stuff. I think I'm a dork more than anything. I don't think I'm a nerd. Dork, probably dork. I enjoyed the crap out of this. Looking at all types of things going on with plasma, where it's like, what's plasma? You know, we're growing up. It's like, oh, all this stuff exists, but well, we don't know what plasma is, or ether. We don't know what ether is either. What is that stuff? I don't know. Don't know, and I don't care. So now that we're finding ourselves creating from a plasma field by letting go, this stuff isn't so scary anymore, is it? Isn't that cool? This isn't scary anymore. See, it's just a vortex in a toroidal field. That's all this is. Every bit of this is in plasma, created with toroidal fields or multiple toroidal fields. So when we see this going on, this is exaggerated. I just saw one. Only one. But when we see stuff like this going on, of course we got stuff like this going on because since we're in a plasma field, it's going to support technology like this. Because we don't just let this stuff happen. We create it. We create this stuff. So if we're in a plasma field and don't know it, we're going to create shit like this all over the place. And we're going to create plasma craft like this as well. A craft that mostly takes on the shape, but is made of plasma and likes to give an appearance of liquid metal. It's my best. That's luminous. You can tell it's plasma. It's like glowing, but like at night, not this brightly, but I did see it at night on 3 separate occasions. Oh wow, plasma bathtub. I know, right? You just reminded me of something. I call it a plasma pool, actually. A plasma pool instead of a plasma bathtub. But yeah, it's our plasma. And again, I couldn't get AI to get this body down in the plasma field, but nothing is supposed to come out of the plasma field. I'm sorry for that error if it confuses you. Sorry about it. It always stuck with me probably because it had hints of truth. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's not scary, Jennifer, because it's Good News Day. That's right, Jennifer. It's Good News Day. And isn't it good news to know that this reset is all about letting go of what is down below, whether you look at it that way or this way. That's what we're doing. We're not climbing up the symbols in the matrix code. We're letting go of what's being created so much that we see the matrix code, and we see these beams. I mean, have you ever just slowly, deeply breathe for about 5 minutes? You start to see all kinds of stuff. You might see rotating flowers or something with 6 petals rotating, or a whole wall of like honeycomb, if you will, honeycomb, and it looks like fans with 6 blades or 6 petals, flowers, and they're spinning. That's the artificial reality that we're in. So when you relax to the point of seeing through walls and stuff, you start to see the honeycomb mesh everywhere. And again, if we're in a lotus flower kind of pushing and pulling thing, you're going to have that fan going. It's a fourth dimensional thing. And remember, if we've got a division of 6, what's it creating? The 5th dimension. So every time that you see through a wall and you see that spinning flower and the honeycomb, it's creating the 3rd, 4th, and 5th dimensions. So you can see through all of them. Does this make sense? Gosh, I hope this is making sense. And that is not scary, according to Jennifer. I think you're a good judge of this, Jennifer, whether it's scary or not. But if it's Good News Day, nothing's scary. Nothing's scary. So that's all that's happening right now in this reset. Think of that down below as a movie that's being played. You can only play so much before it's like, okay, reset, let's put another movie in there. It's like she's tired of A Christmas Story. It's like, oh, you're going to shoot your eye out. Ah. Like, we've seen that a million times. Let's reset this thing. So a reset is just merely us letting go of this reality, which seems to be falling apart in some very, could be terrifying ways if it wasn't Good News Day, Jennifer. But what's happening is these realities that are being created are dissolving. We're just not projecting them anymore because we're not believing the reality we see. Too many glitches. We're seeing that, like the nines, when I watch the nines, is that all there is? We're looking around and going, is that all there is? Is that all there is to life? Is that all there is? Puppy agrees. Yeah, you sit over there and complain. I'm going to say you agree with me. Yeah. Is that all there is? Right, puppy? Is that all there is? Is that all there is? Hey, Ken. I'm starting to see the same small things happen 30 minutes after I attempted to manifest them. I like this. Yes. So, Ken, that's another way of looking at what's happening. You're letting go more of this reality, finding yourself in the plasma where you manifest instantly. And the only reason you see a 30-minute delay, if you will, is there still a program that's running, like your program of, I'm just making this up, Ken, your program of 6 weeks to manifest, or 3 days to manifest, 30 minutes to manifest. We're still applying a program. And yours, fortunately, this looks like you're not digging yourself out or climbing out of a ditch. This is refinement. You're finding that by letting go and allowing, you got this 30-minute program. Now, Kim, don't do what you want. None of my business. But if you would like to experiment, just slowly, deeply breathe for about 5 minutes. Assume there's a program there. You're not going to hurt anything if there's not, because you put everything in the God bubble. Assume the God bubble position. Look down at Avatar Ken and take away, if it looks like a glob, of that program that says it takes 30 minutes to manifest. Let's take that. I like to do the imaginary hand thing. And I'm going to give it to the God bubble. I'm going to put it in the God bubble so that program of 30-minute delay in manifesting is gone. And then the important thing is don't push and pull. Don't push and pull. Let go, allow, and be in that place, in your healed place. Don't try to manifest anything at all. You're in a state of being healed, healthy. I have a list. Hold on. I've got my list. I'm in the wrong place. We're almost there. Almost there. This is a rotating list. And you guys, I know I had it. I swear I saw it when I started this. See if I can find it over here. I'm trying to help you guys. Thank you for your patience. You're being patient. Then you really want this information. Because, it takes Kelly forever to look up something that she just saw it. Probably on the page she left. Right? Oh, here it is. Found it. Okay. I hope it's not covered up by anything. So here it's just be like 3940, something about like that. And Ken, slowly, deeply breathing, letting go and allowing yourself to be here, a bubble full of all of this. Ken, you'll be full of it. You will be full of it when you're finished. But look at that. I think you know who wants to go outside. Yep, I can hear her. She's like, I've tolerated this enough, Mom. It's all I can handle. It's all I can handle. So Ken, be in this place. Be in a state of being. And then you'll see in these feelings and emotions, they will manifest in every area of your life, not just, let's say, one thing 30 minutes later. Like it might be 30 minutes later when you do this exercise, but it will be in all areas of your life. Let's say peace. You're going to see peace in your relationships, in your finances, and career, in all of these areas of your life. There will be peace. With your neighbors and in your town, your city. These are states of being that while you're in that plasma field, with one program, again, this is just an experiment of letting go and allowing and looking at, I like to look at it scientifically. Okay, well, I'm just going to let go and allow and be in peace and healed and all of these. And then I'm not going to push a certain agenda. You know, what I think I want to have in 30 minutes. I'm just going to be in these feelings and emotions. And then, like a scientist, I'm going to observe what happens after that. We're in observation mode now instead of pushing and pulling. Isn't that cool? Is that cool? And by telling Ken all that, I'm not inferring that he didn't know any of that. I put the information, Ken, I hope you didn't feel like I was like insulting your intelligence or anything, because you do know all this. But I think all of you can, you guys can benefit from this in some way. Definitely benefit. So hopefully that helps Ken. And if you had nothing to do today, then here's an experiment. Here's an experiment. I mean, what a cool thing to do, you guys, is let's do an experiment in manifesting. And we're not manifesting a 30-minute delay and then putting something in place to push and pull to go faster. See how we're fighting the matrix and being stuck in the matrix? Oh, I'm not saying Ken is doing this, by the way. I'm just putting information out there. So, but in the state of being, we observe how our reality is different in the moment. We let go of that program that says it takes 30 minutes to manifest, and that limitation. We don't hurry anything up. It's like, how do I explain this? If it takes, here it is. If you break a bone, let's say, well, it takes, I don't know if it's 6 weeks, but I'm saying it's 6 weeks. It takes 6 weeks for a bone to heal, let's say. People have described years and years of pain, so I know everybody's dealing with that, but a bone breaks, it takes 6 weeks to heal. Now, I'm going to kumbaya with my crystals and mudras and my tarot cards and my and all of my, I'm gonna be out in the moonlight and so in the sun, and I'm gonna push and pull and make healing that bone faster. So what we're doing is there's instant healing. Truly, if we don't block it, there's instant healing with broken bones. So we let go of the idea that it takes 6 weeks to heal, instead of it takes 6 weeks to heal and I'm going to try and hurry it up and push and pull. Then we wear ourselves out and it takes longer to heal if we heal. I hope this is helpful in this healing process, you guys. Was that helpful, Ken, at all? And Ken's like, I knew all that, Kelly, but like, Kelly, you're just talking to yourself again. You're just talking to yourself again. You guys have any questions before I bid you adieu? and say goodbye. It was so cool hanging out with you. I appreciate you guys. And I was excited to do this plasma show. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Do you guys have any requests for future shows? Because I don't want to come on here and talk about stuff that you don't care about. And that wouldn't help you at all. Why come here and talk? Remember that even if you've got a topic that is fear-based, ultimately I'm going to go to the God bubble perspective and letting go, allowing, and healing. So, don't worry about sending me fear-based topics, because I can always flip that script with the God bubble. Oh my God. And I created all of this, therefore it has no power over me. Exactly right. What happened to Three Eye Atlas? Anybody know what happened to Three Eye Atlas? Is those one-hit wonders? Three Eye Atlas, one-hit wonder. What became of them? Probably have like a part-time job. Probably bagging groceries somewhere. I don't know, just like, the spotlight was on me. I just want to, be in a small town, a part-time job. People leave me alone. Like, that was weird. I was just coming through town. I mean, seriously, I was just coming through town, and what the fuck? Like, it was all about me. Me. Like, I got to de-stress from this. Like, I'm like an autistic atlas. Like, shit. I mean, it's going to take at least 3 days to 6 weeks for me to be ready to do anything like that again. Swing by a planet. Like, fuck, everybody got all crazy. When I don't know, Brian, what happened to Three Eye Atlas? I have pictures. I have pictures of Three Eye Atlas, if those are even pictures. Are they? Did we even have a real picture of it? Did anybody, like, from your backyard, like, oh, Kelly, I had a telescope. Yes, I saw it. Well, let me know, because where is it? Like, was it VH1 or what was that? Sorry, MTV. Where are they now? MTV, where are they now? Where's Three Eye Atlas now? I could do that. I could interview like Three Eye Atlas. Like, what the fuck, Three Eye Atlas? The fuck, you come in like, look at me. And they just go away. Yeah, that was so unnecessary. It was probably Three Eye Atlas's like teenage years, those awkward years. And it's like, oh my gosh, I still had some teeth growing back in. They were all crooked. Oh my goodness. Now, I wasn't even at the braces stage when I went past Earth. I know they couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle shit. I know they're all like, oh, we're all getting alive. Oh, and the aliens come and save us. They're like, come and save us. Like, oh, fuck no, I'm not coming near your planet. Oh, I see how you're behaving. Oh my gosh, let's come save us. I'm like, fuck, I'm just on a cruise ship. You're asking too much. So, yeah, you too, Jennifer. You too. Sorry, you guys. Oh, Brian, I don't know what happened to Three Islands. That's where my brain went. That is where my brain went when I thought about Three Islands. But I know where you can go. If you want me to tell you where to go, you can go to thegodbubble.com or go fuck yourself. Either one doesn't matter to me. Where I've got all kinds of letting go shit and allowing shit and healing shit all over the damn place. So go look me up. Alchemy. Oh my god. Typical government distraction while they pilfer. Why did I laugh? I sound like a psychopath. Oh, they're pilfering us. I don't know. After a while, Ken, it's laugh or cry day, and I choose laugh, even if it's inappropriate. Which for Sagittarius sometimes is at a funeral. Has any Sagittarius in the house that's been at a funeral and like you're just laughing because it's like that's some funny shit. It's like, okay, they're dead. I'm sad, but like there was some funny stuff that was like hilarious. That I'm not going to tell anybody that happened, but I'm laughing. At the funeral, though, it's like, oh my god, it's when I was in junior high. and I was in his Baptist church, and he was up there. We're doing the Lord's Supper, and he's like, "Okay, now we're going to drink the bread and eat the wine." Oh my God, I got the giggles so bad. We're gonna drink the bread and eat the wine. And he didn't correct himself. He just went on like nothing happened. Like nothing. I was like, I can't do it. So the preacher's son was like 2 people down from me. And he had a lot of we'll see, powdered sugar problems. Baking soda. He got baking soda. Because he usually running out of the service because his nose starts having evidence of a snowfall after the snowfall and fall down and then anyway. But he ran out because he couldn't stop laughing this time. Like he was so like, that was a Gen X trauma. That was really a traumatic way to grow up. Oh shit! Like our music director, like he was like associate pastor or whatever it's called. Like we would go to like music practice. Like Gen Z would freak out if that's happened to them. And he was so mad because we were putting together this program and everybody was going to go to this dance or whatever at the Catholic church or something. I don't remember. Or whichever one was okay with dancing. And they also had music. So it wasn't that one church that doesn't do the music. Because it was like, yeah, dance to that. So anyway, everybody's going to go to the dance after the football game instead of this big extravaganza we're going to do. Oh, we got so mad. He's like, you're supposed to be here for Jesus. Oh, you're going to, and all these ones that are planning to go dancing. He tried to shame us. He was screaming and yelling. I was terrified. He threw some stuff through. The guy's face was red. And he's like, you're supposed to love God. You're supposed to come here after the football game and do the event that we put together instead of going to the Catholic dance. Oh, it's for Jesus. Oh, and he throws his music book and then storms off. And there's his son is in the choir, by the way. He's about a year younger than me. And is in the choir, and he's all like, yeah, that's my dad. He was a boomer. I know you guessed it. Yeah, he was a boomer. He calmed down in his older age. He calmed down. He did a record. I don't want to say who it is. But he sang in a record and did some stuff, and then he calmed down. Gen X. So what? Oh, I'm sorry. We were talking about plasma. Okay. Well, I love you guys. I'm gonna go have some fun with Puppy. I hope you had a good time today, and all the shenanigans that we've done. Hey, go check out my website. I've got a lot of cool shit on there, and some way cool merchandise. Again, the big things: Quicksilver. I've got some people that are in. I don't like to take people on rescue mode. But some people are doing the Quicksilver on rescue mode, like life circumstances are a little bit out of hand, fell out of the God bubble, and then they're like, oh, Kelly, help me to get in the God bubble perspective and all. Quicksilver is great for that. It's like a nice energy rating. And then we've got the gold standard, which is basically I spent a lot of time with you on that one. These are so reasonably priced, you guys. So reasonably priced. PTSD memories. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? So go check it out. And I guess I will see you guys on the next video.
Roll of dreams where the stars align. Kelly Coffee takes you on a ride divine. In her God bubble we soar through the night. Exploring the universe, our vision takes flight. The symphony of galaxies